Let's get started. I'm Franklin Yao. I'm the CEO, co-founder of Yokai Group. Grateful to be here. Thankful for ATEC to put us up here on this platform. We last spoke in May. Since then, we've made the bold step of crossing the chasm. And that means that we're targeting the mainstream consumer. We're landing across the chasm as we speak. Since May, we've won we were selected as one of 50 best small businesses by the United Nations Food System Summit. Only 2 companies were chosen from China, so it's a great honor for us. We've also signed a historic agreement with Accor Group to roll out at their 500 hotels across mainland China, Hong Kong, and Macau. And we've launched 7 new B2C products. It's a chef-driven line. It's going to be available at pretty much every high-end supermarket across China. And it's developed by these kind of master celebrity chefs. And even though it's a 100% vegan product, the focus is on great ingredients, means that you can rest assured, and you know it's delicious because these chefs put their love into the product. And we used to sell solely to our WeChat community, but now we're launching on 2 major platforms, the Jingdong platform and on Douyin, to have a much wider reach now for our 2C products. And we've developed a series of new B2B products so we've learned a lot from the market. Based on that, we've developed this 2C line of chef line. We're going to be available at every high-end supermarket across China over the next 2 months. It's a fully vegan product, but the emphasis is on you've got great ingredients, and so you can rest assured. And because it's developed by chefs, you know it's going to taste delicious. Next slide. We've also learned from our 2B, and we're launching it in these platforms that we have not previously been on. So Jingdong on TikTok, so it's a much larger reach for our new 2C line of products. Next slide. Next slide. And we've also learned a lot on the 2B side. So based on working with our customer over the last 2 years, we have these new products that are more SKUs, so patties, bolognese sauce, meatballs, bacon bits, and a whole new set coming up. But it's more SKUs for us to sell, but it's easier for our customers' kitchens. We're in contract with. It's going to be the largest plant-based canteen in the world. 7,000 employees in China, and Yokai is the main plant-based protein supplier. Also. In deep discussions with the largest fast food chain in China. And this is all unlocked by these easier to use products. Next slide. We're coming on 2 years, very appreciative of the reputation that we have in this industry, which is a high quality, chef-driven brand and this very professional organization. So that unlocks more and more customer opportunities for us because of the reputation we've built. Next slide. So next year, our goal is to go from 15 SKUs that we're selling and to 150 SKUs. So that means as an organization, we have to have the mindset of create quality fast, and to be able to listen to the market, to do tests, to read and react. The beautiful thing once you're in these channels in the food industry is now that you have these channel relationships, it's now your responsibility to keep rolling out new products and even new brands. Next slide. So next year, we're launching our 2nd and 3rd brands, and we're going deeper into the R&D side. So working at the seed level to have higher protein soy seed, and then really having applied research in order to solve specific food science problems that are related to our product rolling out, and then to get patents. And we're applying for some patents on some of our solutions just now, and we're just getting started.
Move on to the audience Q&A. Actually, perfect timing. So judges, you'll have a little bit of extra time given technical difficulties. So the judges, please go ahead.
Thank you. Yep.
Thank you. Yep. So thanks, Frank. We had some discussions about this topic today, but this is a highly competitive space. In fact, you see a lot of people going lateral in terms of product categories, and also even the meat producers are trying to play defensive. So long term, how are you going to survive, and how are you going to price your products?
Yeah. In the end, everything comes down to reputation and your team. So what we're managed to do, or what we're actually doing, like literally today and over the next 2 months, is we now have access to every channel that we want to over the next year. And the reason why we're here is because we've got now these products that fit the solution for the market, but because our customers understand that we are a good partner to work with in order to serve their consumer needs and in order to serve their corporate goals. So we can grow along with them. That means that, to answer your question, in the end, like we're just looking after a few things. We're looking after brand, our ability to roll out new products, and then our ability to serve these channels. So if we can serve our customers well, and we're proving that, then there's an infinite array of products that we can keep selling, or brands that we can launch for a high-end supermarket brand, for a fast food chain, on our Jingdong store, with direct to consumers. And underlaying that so underlaying the pillars of brand, channel, and product is talent and capital. And those are the two things that we're solving. But as long as we can continue to recruit the best talents, that also continues to help our relationship as we serve our customers. And then it becomes quite a straightforward business after that. So, things like strategy and, what specific products or, what array of products, these are kind of subservient to those other pillars.
And sorry, just quickly, how are you pricing your product at this moment in time?
Yeah, we have to price according to the moment in time. You got that completely right. So right now, at this moment in time, with high-end groceries, we're going to be towards the end, towards the high end, on the frozen food shelf. Right now, to our current set of customers, whether they're top hotels, international schools, restaurants, we're priced competitively. But it's again going to be a premium to animal meat. When we get further along, let's say 2 years out, we're going to have to price competitively against meat, and that means that we're going to have to also add a component of producing ourselves. But that's probably 2 years out, where we need to compete against meat. But right now, we're just competing against what our customers can bring to their own consumers, and make sure that we got the high quality product, and they can make enough margin on the sales, rather than trying to price to something that is fully a late majority mass market and pricing against meat. So I think you can say it's a little bit of a premium to beef, definitely more expensive than pork in China right now, but that's perfectly fine for this moment in time for us.
Frank, I'm not sure I got the whole sort of source, raw materials, production, manufacturing, supply chain. Can you walk us through that, please?
Yeah. One of our corporate values is to show that high quality ingredients come from China. So first of all, and great brands, global brands, can come out of China. So all of our key ingredients for the ZRou product, which is soy protein, konjac, shiitake, coconut oil, it's all sourced within China. And then right now we use a network of OEM manufacturers, both for our base ZRou product and also for our 2C, or our finished product on the 2B side. So right now we're managing an OEM network across China with our own recipe for the base product, and then with these co-created recipes with our kind of our chef co-creators, and then with our internal team of chefs.
So is contract manufacturing the model you wish to pursue down the road as you scale up, or do you want to own your own manufacturing?
We'll have to assess it against the sequence in time and the customers against the time. I would imagine that at some point we're in discussions, let's say, with the the high-speed rail network in China. If we're going to serve them as a customer, or if we're going to serve the army as a customer, then we're looking at a much different scale of where we are. And I would imagine, we would have manufacturing specific to those channels. We're not there right now. It's still a little early. I think right now our customer is going into high-end supermarkets, and they're blind to cost in some ways, meaning they're just looking for high-quality product to feed themselves and their families. And they're relatively price insensitive. So it depends on where the sequence is. At the same time, we have looked at manufacturing options, and we've kind of, based on our reputation, we have a lot of parties that are looking to collaborate with us on the production side. But it's too early versus where we are in terms of commercialization of the business and channels right now. But things change very quickly.
Who is going to?
Yeah. In 6 months, we might be seeing something very different, and that's the challenge of an organization, is to move very fast against the market.
Yeah, I think that was the thought that I was wanting to share with you. Is I think you have a very interesting opportunity to move very quickly, and or watch this space, or somewhere in between. But one would, I think, be minded to expect rapid change faster than you might anticipate. And that's where manufacturing scale, control over costs, COGS, and then competing on a much more sort of scaled basis, pricing included, is going to be critical. It takes 2 to 2.5 or 3 years to find a piece of land to service a large manufacturing operation at scale. And it may be something that then translates into your needs and requirements for capital, how you time that, and so on. But that's going to be a very, very critical decision for you, I would think.
And that's where talent and organization comes from. On the manufacturing side, now that we're selling frozen product at high-end supermarkets in China, it is opened up with the same distributors, convenience store. But for convenience store, it's very local, and it's not a frozen product. It's a refrigerated product that has a shelf life of 3 days. So right now, for example, in the Chengdu market, we're looking at manufacturers that can sell to convenience stores in a refrigerated format, still with the ZRou brand. So we pretty much need to, it's not like it's just read and react very fast, and to continue to build the muscles that we have around manufacturing in a way that makes sense against what the market is. Now, we will at the very least have a test production facility in order for us to have, control over how we get our ZRou 2.0 product, which we just launched, into a 3.0 version. So again, we have to kind of, do all of these things, sequence against the market, but also, align with what our vision is for the product and how we develop that. But the most important thing right now is that basic network, and that organization that we have to serve that network is set up. And now we just need to make more optimal decisions fast.
So I think it's fairly clear that you guys do branding and distribution, and that's probably your strong suit. Listening to your supply chain, it doesn't sound like there's really any proprietary technology there. Obviously, you're working with OEMs.
I'm gonna disagree with you here. Sorry. I'll let you finish your question, but I have a point of view on research. But let's talk about that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think the fundamental question then is how do you, perceive the need to make your plant-based protein actually taste like real meat? Or are you just going for like a really strong branding where you don't even need to make it taste like meat as long as it tastes good, or you can brand it well. I mean, what is your view on that?
I think when you look at Beverage specifically in plant-based meat, we have the strongest R&D team in the industry. Again, we're really great at attracting talent. Ian has 15 years of food science experience, 8 years in plant-based protein, and his team and the culinary research team that works with him is very strong. Now, when it comes to R&D, you have to solve applied problems. So I'll give you an example. We're rolling out this really tasty, amazing Beijing baozi, Lao Beijing baozi, okay? And what we found after OEM manufacture is that the oil leaks to the bottom and after you steam the product. So we spent 2 months, our R&D team spent 2 months to resolve this issue. In the end, we sourced a solution from a company called AAK, which works in fats, so that in the end, when the customer steams the product, they don't see that they'll never even know the food science that went into that in order to solve that applied problem so that the customer can have a great experience. And you can only solve that problem if you have a great food science team. Now, at the same time, in Sichuan, we learned that, in order to have the hongyou cao, so the dumplings, we want the ZRou to stick to the skin. As in, it's very different from the stir-fried version of ZRou. So we've applied for a patent for our solution where you can take a fork, you can, rub it against the wonton skin, and you can wrap the wonton and you can boil it in water. So for us, that's an applied solution. We spent a year developing a plant-based ice cream base. So we're getting ready to launch that. So when it comes to R&D, I have a different philosophy from this idea of, okay, we're going to spend 7 years. We got this magic, formula, and, the customer may or may not want to eat it. Like, we're trying to solve problems right now on the fly very fast in order to solve commercial problems. And out of that work are patents or recipes that we can defend. So it's a different point of view. It's kind of like market first, strong R&D afterwards. And through that, like, if I'm a startup and I say, hey, we're 3 years in, but I have this proprietary technology, I don't think it's believable. I think technology comes out of work. So I think you're going to see, just based on the scope of the solutions that we're solving, the strength of our team, more and more, technology. We'll be seen more and more as a food tech company, but it's subservient to commercialization.
Okay, thank you, Frank. I think we're going to have to leave it there. So thank you very much for participating.
Appreciate this.
Thank you to our judges.
Thanks,
Thanks, Frank.